We must be getting to the end of bracket already. I'm glad that they took some time off though. No, they're great. They're fantastic. That game has some amazing skits. I think the party has probably the best chemistry in the whole series. Really? Okay, Jakal on Trainer. I like it. Trainer kind of washes Bowser, so I understand why. Is that an air grab? I feel like Abyss can't be worse than Symphonia, because it's just Symphonia, but like more polished. That's true. It's not, yeah. It's really weird, yeah. I like the characters in Abyss. I don't know. Xillia 2 is good. It's not like one of the best ones, but yeah. 1 is a boring fucking story. I like Xillia, but it's honestly the most like vanilla of all the games. There's something about it that's just really safe and bland. Here we go. Look at that. Jakal doing his homework. I love the dare resets. Destiny was the second, or was the first one on PS1. What the hell was that knockback on Vineland? Rebirth number 2. Oh, I want to play it so bad. Graces is 4. I like it. Graces honestly has a bad story. That's fair. I hope Arise is good. This Xillia 2 over Vesperia. I don't know. Damn. I haven't played enough of them to make a list like this. Understandable. I have a weird Abyss bias, I guess.
I think Systeria here, on its own, is probably the worst game.
Yeah.
But I think Berseria brings Systeria up.
Really? Just because they're connected by association.
Yeah,
I made you cooler.
fine, it gets an asterisk.
Yeah, because in terms of playability, I couldn't get through Zisteria. I got like 20, 30 hours into it maybe, and I just couldn't. It was so annoying. Once Rose was introduced, I was like, ah. I'm so bored, man.
I actually think, and the way I feel about Zisteria is the same way I feel about Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13, the first 30 hours of the game are trash. But once you get to the post-game content, and it's finally you get full access to the entire combat system, it quickly becomes the best combat system in any Final Fantasy game ever. It's very bizarre like that.
Once you can pick every
once
with every
once
character,
you can do everything and fully unlock the entire combat engine, which you can't do until after you beat the game, it becomes a fantastic
really
game. What? No, even after you get to Grand Pulse, you can't unlock every ability for every character until post game. So you. Yeah. So yeah, it does get better when you get to Grand Pulse, but post game is when you unlock everything. So with Zisteria, I think Zisteria, the combat engine, has inklings of genius in it. Once you unlock all the 50 skill creatures, if they had improved the menu system so that you can see how the skills line up without having to back out 6 menus each time to get to the primer, it would have been an amazing skill system that people would have loved. But the fact that you had to constantly back out to the primer every time you wanted to change the skill to see how it would affect. Like, if I change the skill, let me go in 6 other menus to find out what that changed.
I never got far enough to even know what you're talking about, honestly.
Yeah.
I was just so annoyed that I had to have Rose and Saray in the party the whole time. Like,
yeah, but Zestiria, I think, had inklings of genius that was marred by a terrible menu system.
I thought it had... The story was obviously really generic.
I mean, the story was Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, it's literally like cleansing crystals
Let's
world.
go find the 4 mana crystals of each of the elements and then defeat the Demon King who... Whatever, blah, 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 Final Fantasy 1.
And some of the characters in the party just felt... eh. Like, you know they're there because they need an Earth character and a Wind character. And they can't just have one guy that's connected to them.
Technically, there were 2 Earth characters. I'm sorry, there were 2 Wind characters.
Yeah, there were 2 Wind characters.
Because they killed one of them halfway through the game.
I liked the first guy, and then I'm like, oh wait, he dies? All right.
Do you remember, you ever see the movie Beer Fest?
Maybe the very beginning of it. I feel like I've seen it.
Beer Fest, Paul Heffernan plays a fat guy who's like the best drinker. And 2/3 into the movie, he dies. And so, like, at their funeral for the guy, they're like, hey, I'm Phil's younger, smarter, sexier, and better drinking twin brother.
Oh
and it's played
God.
by the same exact actor.
Oh my God.
And they're like, hey, you want to join our team? It's like, my brother talked about you guys so much, I feel like I already know you.
Oh my God.
Great, then we could skip that whole part where we pretend to know you. We're just going to pretend you're Phil. All right.
That's literally Zavid in a nutshell.
And
Holy
that's basically
shit.
what they did with Zavid.
That hurts.
They kill off the character and then they replace him the next scene after, and you're supposed to just pretend it's the same guy.
I want to say I liked him, but I can't even remember his name off the top of my head.
No, I can't either.
Like, I like his visual design, and it felt like he was going to make things happen, and then he
Zavid
died.
looked like he was trying to be Slash from Guns N' Roses.
And it works.
What? You can't remember the name of the
His
other
name,
guy.
like, give me a minute and I'll remember it, but like...
Yeah, it was like Diesel or something.
Dezel, I think it was like Dezel. I know how it's spelled, I can't remember how they said it. Some of the characters were nice though, like I liked Mikleo and Saray's like chemistry. And then like...
Yeah, his name was Diesel. Diesel.
And they had the same fighting style and everything,
Oh, they were the same character.
What the hell is that about?
Oh, and the main love interest, MK Leo. Yeah.
That was the best part of that whole game, was the low-key relationship between Mikleo and Saray.
I mean, have you played Tales of Grace's F?
Yeah.
Me and my friends joked that that's a glorious tale about what was it? The characters from Grace's. Oh, Dick and Ass Battle.
Ass Battle?
Because the main characters are Asbel and Richard.
Oh yeah,
and they had
Richard.
this like homoerotic relationship like MK, Leo, and Saray.
Right.
So we just called them Dick and Ass Battle.
Dude, F was so weird. Like, you spend this whole game like Richard's like the villain, and then he joins your party in F, and he's like this complete troll. Like he's just, it's so bizarre. I really like that game though.
Grace's is so much fun, and the post-game content was actually good.
What, you mean the whole F storyline?
Yeah.
Yeah, giving you Richard back and stuff was pretty sick.
Well, the post-game content mostly focused on Sophie, and it forced you to use Sophie a lot. And Sophie's combat style
is so
the way you just unlock those extra SP points so you can keep combos going forever. I feel like that combat style is what bridged the gap to Berseria. So when in Berseria, when you go into that burst demon mode, it eliminates your...
Yeah, you're right. There's no...
It eliminates your, like, SP requirements. So you can just keep on doing shit until your beast mode ends.
I liked... And the party members, like... The reason Grace's is so fun is because the party members have such weird fighting styles, like, creative. But also Asbel is just really freaking fun. The way he, like, transitions between A and B... No way. That was sick. That was sick.
Why did it go the other way?
Because he turned around. B reversed, whatever.